Do you feel like women's value gets lowered when they have multiple children by multiple men?
I just think that the the reality of that answer is women's value get lower the more children that they have
Break that down.
because and I was having this conversation, with one of the mother of my children, and she's still fine.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like I was telling her, I was like, yo, the guy that you're dating or will date, if he ain't willing to love on these 5 children that you have,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't the guy for you. Because when I came into your life, I was willing to accept you and whatever you had.
Mm-hmm.
And there's guys that's out there that's just going to say, them ain't my kids. I want you. Well, that ain't how it works.
Mm.
Um,
Ladies, please do not listen to this Negro. I'm gonna say this, but let's get to the word. 1 Thessalonians 5:21, New King James Version. It says, "Test all things, hold fast to what is good." 1 John 4:1 Amplified. It says, "Beloved, do not believe every spirit." Speaking through a self-proclaimed prophet. Instead, test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets and teachers have gone out into the world. Now, many people attribute that scripture to prophets. I'm attributing it to teachers, right? Teachers is this person that's supposed to instruct you, right? But let's be careful, because not everybody is qualified to give you advice, even though they may mean well. For example, Cam Newton, he can give you advice on football. He actually can give you advice on fatherhood, because I like what he says. He has 7 children, and 2 of those children are not biologically his, but guess what? He treats them just as if they are his kids. I agree with that. Now, he says her value drops. Who told you that? You said she is still fine. And I do agree that if a man doesn't want to deal with her kids, then he ain't the one for her. But how does that even articulate into value? For value, a person's principles or standards of behavior, one's judgment of what is important in life. That has nothing to do with her value. And some men can't see value. Just because a woman's value is unseen by certain men doesn't mean that her value decreases because she has children. Because there are women that have children and their value is a lot higher than some women that don't have children. There's a reason why God had me write a book on marriage. Because in the book, I talk about you better be careful who you listen to. Because again, everybody is not qualified to give you advice, even though they may mean well. Be looking out for